Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Measurement and Motion. Hope you have understood the last chapter, Changes Around Us, very well, and there is no confusion now. So let us start a new chapter. This is Physics, chapter 11, named Measurement and Motion. We will study in this chapter. Look at the chapter focus: measurement and need for standard unit of measurement. Second, measuring length, importance of estimation, motion, types of motion, and history of transportation. Okay, so let's start. Kick off activity. Observe the images. There is some 4 images given below. Something is being measured in all the images. Identify and write what is being measured in the image. Look at the first picture. Here a boy is standing. What he is doing? He is measuring his height. Second picture, this is a solid material. So, what is being measured in this image? We measure weight or mass of this object. Third is a liquid, and we measure volume of this liquid. Fourth one is a clock, and we measure time with the clock. All in these pictures, we are measuring something, but something different. Okay. Now come to measurement and need for standard unit of measurement. Why it is necessary and we need for a standard unit of measurement. Measurement is what? It is a method of comparing an unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity of the same type. Means if you go to vegetable shop and ask vendor to weigh to give them 1 kg of potato. Okay. What vendor does? He puts on his weighing machine 1 kg weight on the left side, and right side he weighs potato. He puts potato and he gives you 1 kg of potato. Here the weight is known quantity. We know this is 1 kg weight. And on the right side he gives us 1 kg of potato. That was unknown for us, and this measurement plays a very important role in our daily life. So you see, in the last example, it is a method of comparing an unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity of the same type. Means one side is known weight and other side is unknown potato. Understood? So measurement plays an important role in our daily life. It gives us the idea of the quantity of something. Some examples of use of measurement in our daily life. They are all measurement but of different type. First, buying fruits, vegetables and some grocery items on the basis of their mass. Mass means weight. Second, knowing the distance between two places while planning a trip. If you are planning to go to Delhi from Patna, you know the distance is between two cities are 1,000 kilometer, and then you plan how to go, where to stay, all these things. Here distance is measured. Third is measurement related to our health, that is measuring weight, blood pressure, etc. Another measurements are such as length, mass, capacity, time, temperature, and speed that can be measured are called physical quantities. Now, what is physical quantities? A physical quantity is expressed using two components. One is magnitude and the other is unit. The magnitude is a numerical value, means a number, which states how many times unit is contained in that physical quantities. Here is a foot span. This is called 1 foot span. In ancient days, we used to measure by foot span. This is hand span. One complete hand is called hand span, and in the right side is cubit, means it starts from our fingertips to elbow. This is called cubit. Need for standard unit of measurement. In olden time, people used arm lengths, foot steps, foot span, yard, hand span, cubit, fathom, etc. for measuring length of an object or distance between two places. However, these measurements lead to inconsistent result, as everyone's body part could be of slightly different size, because different people has different size, so it can't be the same. There is a activity to establish that ancient method of measurement give inaccurate measurement, means not correct. Procedure, how we do. Measure the length of your classroom with your foot spans. Ask 5 more friends or students to measure the length of the classroom using their foot span. Using foot span, and just calculate the distance. Measure the length of your desk with the help of your hand span, and another 5 more students to measure the length of your desk using their hand span. Record your observation in the table given below. I have done by 6 students. Student 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Length of the classroom in foot span. Student number 1 told 30 foot span. He measured the distance of the classroom, and 15 hand span of the measurement of the desk. Like this, all the students gave their measurement, and what we see, it is slightly different from one another. You will observe that number of hand spans and foot span will vary for each and every person. Thus, the measurement of classroom and desk will vary, but actually it should not vary, because the length or the distance is same, but the different foot span and different hand span measures different measurement. So the conclusion is, the length of the classroom or desk cannot be reported unless we use a standard unit of measurement. It will not be correct unless we use a standard unit of measurement. In order to get accurate measurement, we need standard unit of measurement. So we need standard unit of measurement. This is all for today. Hope you understood. Okay, next class we will start new thing. Thank you.